Welcome, Utah wrestling fans. We are live with our 48th episode. We're going to try and do this more frequently now, and hopefully we can either get to weekly or every other week. So we're going to get started with a couple announcements. We have our turkey tussle coming up in the next, or November 30th. Super great tournament for those that can get out. We already have 4 states registered. I think we'll get a 5th one here soon. Number 2, our Christmas Clash wrestle-offs for Team Utah. Jade Rouser is kind of heading that up. So if you want to wrestle off, this is 8th grade and below. Make sure to get in touch with Jade before November 27th. So make sure to do that. Today, we have a special podcast. We have Wyatt Koelling. He's going to be calling in here in a little while, and we're going to talk with him and get kind of updates on Missouri. But also, we want to encourage you guys to send in questions. If you're watching, there should be a place where you can type in questions or text myself, Mitch, or Jade, and we'll do our best to answer them. If we don't know the answer, then I guess too bad, but we'll do our best. So, we're going to start until Wyatt gives us a call. When he calls us, we'll bring him in. But right now, we're going to start with UVU Wrestling. They have a couple great duels coming up. So we have Jade here with us today. He is the new director of operations / helps a little bit coaching. He's going to kind of give us a rundown. UVU just announced their signing class, and so kind of want to get his thoughts on the signing class. He'll run down, give it who they are and what weights and whatnot. So Jade, tell us about their signing class.
Okay, so UVU signed nine guys to the signing class this year. There's a couple kids that I'm not really familiar with, but I'll just go down the list real quick. So Dawson Collins from Grand Junction, Jackson Garut.
Something, I don't know for sure.
Garut from Pueblo, Colorado. Sawyer Hobbs from St. Anthony, Idaho. Tyson Humphreys from Layton. Case Mauger from Wendell, Idaho. Braxton Mikesell from Spokane. Stockton O'Brien from Wasatch. And Danny Snedeker from Vancouver, and then Tanner Lofthouse. To me, I think it's a really good class. The kids that I'm not really familiar with are Dawson Collins and Jackson Garut, but Case Mauger, Tyson Humphreys, Stockton, Tanner, Braxton, and Danny, like all those guys I've either known or have worked with before. They kind of got a mix of all weight classes. So we got some 25, 33 pounders, 41, 49, 57, 65. I don't think we have any 80, 74, 84, but we have 84 and heavyweight. So,
real quick, Jade. So Wyatt Koelling has called in. So we're gonna go ahead. We'll come back to the recruits, but I know Wyatt has to get to class, so we don't have much time with him. So real quick, introduce Wyatt Koelling. Wyatt wrestled at Davis High School. He is now currently at University of Missouri. And Wyatt, you're at University of Missouri, wrestling 197. How has the season gone so far for you?
Season's been great for me so far. I've only competed in 2 matches this year. We had the duel against Virginia Tech and then the duel against Illinois. I feel like I did pretty well in those 2 matches. They've won both of them, but started a little rough for our team. We lost both those matches. First time we did 0-2, and Coach Smith doesn't even remember how long. So a little rough for the team, but I'm feeling pretty good at the start of the season.
Good. Now, Wyatt, real quick, thanks for being with us. Also, I know you have 30 minutes, between classes, so thanks for taking the time to talk to us and give everybody in Utah and listening a chance to catch up with you. So you started out, so far you're 2-0 on the season, wrestling 197. I guess let's start at the beginning. Kind of give us, your experience at Missouri. Kind of how has that been? Kind of give us, what is it like at Missouri? I mean, coming from Utah, moving to Missouri, that's kind of a big change. Give us your thoughts and your experience at Missouri so far.
It's been great so far. Missouri is a state, very different than Utah.
That's awesome. Next question we kind of have for you that we thought would be pretty interesting for our listeners at home. Obviously, we have a bunch of high school wrestlers out here in Utah, that want to take their talents to the next level, whether that be D1 or whatever level it is. Take us through a normal day during wrestling season. Just kind of what your day-to-day is. You wake up, you eat, you work out. What's that like through the end of the night?
So on my busy days, like today's one of my busiest days. Wake up about 6 o'clock, we'll get a lift in the morning, head over to the MAXI, the Zoo Athletic Training Complex. They have our student athlete dining hall there. Grab a bite to eat. I have the same breakfast every morning, omelet with toast and avocados. And then able to get about 2 hours of homework and studying in before I head off to class at 11. And then I have class till about 3:15. Run straight from class to the Hearn Center where get some prehab in before we start practice at 3:30. Practice will run anywhere till 5 to 6. And then hop in the cold tub after, throw some ice on, and then back over to the mat seat to grab another bite to eat and get some more homework done. Usually wrap up my day around 7 or 8 at night and have a couple hours to enjoy myself before I head off to bed.
That is a busy day for sure.
It's a lot.
So now with you guys at Missouri, you guys obviously have the normal season. What's your off season look like? Do they give you guys breaks? Do you guys kind of wrestle nonstop? Do you guys have a break, or kind of what's that look like? NCAA tournament's over, and then kind of how's that schedule play out from there? Do you have a break? Do you keep going? What's that look like?
So it works out well with our academic schedule. Our spring break falls right after NCAA's almost every year. And so we get that week off, and then we get the mandated 7 days off by the NCAA after the regular season. So 2 full weeks off from mandatory practices, and we start our off-season training. A lot of lifting, the wrestling got super intense, a lot of just working on technique, a lot of play wrestling, really refining our skills from that past season, things that we learned from nationals and conference championships. But Coach Smith has done a really good job of building a culture here, of getting guys to stick around during the summer. There's no mandatory workouts during the summer. It's all open mat, open lifts. So you really don't have to be there, but I can only think of maybe 1 or 2 guys on our team that left for the summer, and they were doing like study abroad programs and stuff. So we work very hard in the off season. We make big jumps in the off season. That coaching the culture that has been built here from Coach Smith, and I think it's a great thing.
So you guys, really, so you're saying season's over, 2 weeks break, and then pretty much from then on, you guys are pretty consistent, and most of your team stays and practices, right?
Yeah, all the way through. We have about 3-5 weeks to the summer where we get off, but a lot of guys stick around and train for U23s and trying to get on that team and stuff. But all throughout June, July, everyone's here.
Gotcha. Now, one of their big, Jaden Cox right now, one of their big guys, he's competing. Were you there? I can't remember. Was he still competing when you were a redshirt freshman, or was he gone already?
So my redshirt year, he was competing as last year in '97. And then my redshirt freshman year, my first year competing, he was the volunteer assistant coach.
Gotcha. So you got to work with him quite a bit, I'm sure. Tell us, because a lot of people obviously know who Jaden Cox is. So tell us what it was like working out and wrestling with him, being coached by him. Maybe talk what it was like being a training partner when he was competing, and then afterwards when he was a coach. Kind of what were those experiences like?
My first year there with him when he was competing and being his training partner was, I think, humbling is the best way to put it. It was, you come out of a place where you're kind of one of the top dogs and you're beating up on all your training partners, and you have to drive all over the state to try and get guys that are pushing you. So you go into a place where every day you were just getting trashed and you feel silly after every move you do and every step you take. He is
Right.
He'd work and get into second attacks, and I could never stop his first one, even during a drill. And so he definitely felt very silly. I still remember to this day the first time I took him down. I lateral dropped him. It probably took me a couple weeks to do it, but we had two more 3-minute goes after that, and I probably got tagged 2 or 3 times right after. So, but yeah, I learned a lot, and he took a lot of time to work with me, and after practice and stuff, he's a very genuine person and likes to help the people around him. So I appreciate that a lot, and that kind of transition over into his coaching. He put a lot of time into me, and he was the 197 heavyweight coach at that time. And that year was the year I bumped up to heavyweight for the last 2 months of the season to fill that gap.
Right.
So he was my coach, and I was working with him on a daily basis, and that was just great.
Good. So you said, for example, he was a 97 heavyweight coach. So at Missouri, do essentially they break up their coaching staff and you work with certain coaches more than others, or how does that work?
Yeah, right now we have new coaching staff with Kendrick Maple and Coach Todd. So right now, Coach Maple is working with a lot of, those middleweights, 33, 41, 49, 57, and Coach Todd has more of the 65 up to 84, 97, with Don Bradley taking the heavyweights and some of our 97s.
Gotcha.
So they definitely segment it. Obviously within the practice room, coaches are just going all over helping everyone, but in our individual practices, they do have to split up like that. Gotcha.
So now, in the off season, I know before you left college, you did a lot of Greco-Roman. I mean, at Fargo, and you had a lot of success with Greco. We haven't seen you wrestle Greco. Is that something you've kind of put down and you're not doing anymore? Are you still training Greco, or kind of why did you make that transition, if you did?
So after I made the junior team, I think it was my redshirt year. That was my last Greco competition, was Junior Worlds.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think it was 2017. And around that time is when I started having those problems with my back. That following year, I ended up getting surgery. It was a herniated disc, and had part of the disc taken out. And so, ever since then, I haven't really touched Greco much. My coaches here were swaying me away from it a little bit because it was taking a lot of time for me in the off season, and we really wanted to refine my folk style skills and get me on the podium for these next couple of years. So kind of decided that we were going to tone that back a little bit and really, while I'm here, focus on folk style and the task at hand. And if I wanted to get back to Greco once I graduated, that's something I could do. But with my back injury and still recovering from that even today, it definitely gets a little bit harder to do those throws. I definitely can't back arch like I used to. Picking people up off the ground doesn't work quite like it used to. I used to reverse lift everybody, and now I can't even deadlift in the weight room. So definitely have had to adjust how I wrestle. And I think that has affected my Greco as of right now. I'm just not worried about it. I'm focused on NCAA's March. And that's how it'll be this year and next year. And then once I graduate, I can take a step back and decide if that's what I want to keep doing.
Gotcha.
That's awesome. So that kind of actually leads into one of our, our next question. What are your plans after wrestling at Missouri? What are you getting your degree in, and do you plan on coming back to Utah or staying in Missouri and competing, or what are your plans?
So right now I'm in my senior year, but I'm a redshirt junior, and so once I graduate in May, I'm getting a degree in business administration, emphasis in management. And so I've still got a year of eligibility. I'm going to stick around and get into graduate school. Planning on doing the master's in positive coaching, the master's in education.
Nice.
Just a one-year program. We'll finish that up, finish up my eligibility. And then, honestly, I have no clue what I want to do. It's slowly coming up, and it's kind of scaring me. But I don't know. I definitely want to get out. I'm sorry. I want to get out of the Midwest. I love the West. I love the mountains and the outdoors, and so definitely going to head back that way. I'm not sure if that'll be Utah or one of the surrounding states, but I'm just taking it one day at a time. I'm starting to definitely plan for
So are you wanting after you're done competing, are you wanting to get into coaching, or are you kind of wanting to step away from wrestling for a little bit?
It's definitely something that interests me. I would like to see what options are available to me at that time, and the coaching aspect, whether that be at high school or the collegiate level, or whether that's doing something within business and then being involved with the clubs on the side. It's definitely something I'm always going to stick with, whether it's with my career or just a side hobby.
Gotcha. Well, Wyatt, I want to thank you for getting on the call. I know you have class coming up, and we don't want to hold you from that. But Mitch, Jay, do you guys have any last questions for Wyatt? Or
No, just want to say thanks for hopping on. We appreciate it. It's been good to talk with you. You're welcome back in Utah anytime when you're done.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. You're always welcome to come back and help out.
we want you back, Wyatt.
Yeah.
We want you back. So,
Well, awesome, guys. Thank you for having me.
yeah, good luck this season. We'll be watching for sure, and we hope you can get on that podium.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Good
Talk
luck,
to you guys
Wyatt.
later.
Okay, we'll see you, Wyatt. Thanks.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was fun. That was
good to hear from him.
It was good to talk to him. We need to do that more often. We have a lot of guys in college. I hope you guys were able to hear well, listening to this, and hopefully we can do that more often and get some other guys in here and get the Wyoming guys. We've Ben Anderson at Duke.
We got a guy at Iowa right now.
We've got Iowa right now. That'd be fun.
Penn State.
Penn State.
We got two guys. At
Air
Penn
Force.
State.
Air Force. So, anyways, we'll work on that, trying to get some more guys on here, see how they're doing, and kind of catch up with them. So, anyways, also real quick, Wyatt is currently ranked 21st in flow rankings at 197. Make sure you follow him and cheer him on, as he's one of our Utah guys. So, okay, back to UVU signing class. So, Jay, go ahead and continue where we were.
So signing class. So Case Mog. I think Case Mogger, Stockton, Tyson, Sawyer. I mean, those are, and Braxton, Mike. So those are huge recruits. I think. I mean, they're all top in the state right now. All Americans at Fargo and at like the national level. So I think they'll definitely fit in well with UVU and hopefully. I'm not sure what our coaches are going to want to do with them at first, but I mean, I could see Case Mogger right away starting at 25 for UVU. Maybe even the other guy there that they signed is Danny Snedeker. He's training right now with the RTC, so he's been here all semester.
On the article, they said Danny Snedeker is a senior in high school. Is that correct? Or is he taking classes here?
He might be taking classes here, but as far as I know, I thought he graduated.
This says he's a graduate from Union High School.
I don't know where I read that.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, he's living here in Orem.
My bad. Maybe they changed it. I swear it said he was a senior. Maybe I'm wrong.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, he's living here in Orem, but I mean, I've worked with him for a couple weeks now. Not a ton, but like help running the RTC practices, and he's a goer. He gets in there, goes to work, and I think he's really talented, and I could see him starting next year for UVU too. But Braxton Mikesell is a really good kid from Washington. He's a Fargo national champ, Folksal national champ, 3-time state champ. But I mean, at heavyweight we got Tate Orndorff there, so I mean he might take him a little bit to start, but maybe he does come in and beat Tate. Who knows?
So which of these guys, right out of high school, any of them going to start ground zero?
I think Case Mogger could start.
So he'll have
Isaiah or Josiah Nava and
Butte, but he'll be in the mix.
He'll be in the mix with those guys. I think Danny has a really good shot at starting next year. And
Danny Snedeker. Okay, so let's talk about that one. 57. Yeah. So we got Jed Lovelace, he's doing okay this year, and he's not ranked. He's not in the rankings. Next year, you'll also have Grant Lamont back. Can Danny start over those two? And who starts at 57 next year? So real quick, let's make Jade is helping UVU, so obviously Jade's got to be careful with what he says. He's in the room with him every day, so we'll excuse Jade from certain predictions. But as far as Danny going next year, does he start over Jed or Grant?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really know a whole lot about Danny. From what I hear from Jade and other people that have wrestled at the Division I level, I feel like there's quite a jump that needs to be made from high school to Division I. And you'll have Jed, who will be what, a red shirt junior next year or senior next year?
No, he'll be a sophomore next year. So then
He wrestled last year, so sophomore this year.
Oh, junior.
He'll be a junior.
So I mean, you never know, but I would say that it's between Jed and Grant. I mean, we know what Grant is capable of when he's healthy. So I don't know. That'll be fun to see.
Here's my concern with Grant. Grant, we know has the talent. We know he has the ability. But one, he has never made it through a season.
Yeah.
Like healthy.
Durability.
Two, his conditioning isn't what it needs to be. And Danny Snedeker, from what I've been told and heard, is he goes. And the question is, will he be able to fight off Grant enough to beat him in the third period? And Jed Lovelace is just solid all around.
Yeah.
If I had to pick today, I pick Jed Lovelace.
Yeah. I mean, I can see it that way. I mean, obviously with the things you've mentioned. We'll see. If Grant's healthy, Grant's as tough as there is.
Right, but that's a concern. I think all things considered, Jed's the guy over Danny, over Grant. But at the same time, I feel like all three of them are so close that I could see if Grant is healthy, like, 'cause I know he's getting back now, like drilling or whatever, I think. But if he's healthy from here on, then I think he could be. He possibly would be the starter. But I don't know that he's going to be healthy from here on.
Sounds like there's not a bad one to choose from. Pretty good spot to be in, maybe.
I mean, I think they need to make some jumps.
Yeah.
We're not All-American. We're not even qualifier ready at 57 right now.
No, and Danny, I mean, he has a lot to work on. I mean, he's just fresh out of high school and stuff. But out of high school kids that come out, I mean, he's definitely a lot better than a lot of them that come in.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I think all three of them have potential to be really good. I think Danny has a lot of upside. I think probably the most upside of all of them. Mm-hmm. Grant is probably, technically and all that is really good, but conditioning and injuries concern me.
Yeah.
And so I think right now, hopefully someone kind of emerges and makes some jumps and is NCAA qualifier All-American ready. But right now it's not ready.
I mean, and Danny has an option to redshirt next year too. So.
Right. I'm sure they will redshirt.
Yeah.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Yeah.
And they'll redshirt him, but then he'll still be there. Jed loves his senior year. I mean, which is good battle. Braxton Mikesell, I think he's someone that comes in just like Tate came in and could be an instant All-American threat from the get-go. And so I'm excited about that one. We're not going to skip a beat at heavyweight.
No. We'll have to get a heavyweight for a while.
Anybody else you see breaking the starting lineup right away?
I mean, I think maybe Sawyer Hobbs could maybe also, because I mean, right now, if he goes 84 right now, our only guy 84 is Gary Yonser, and then it could be Jacob Armstrong eventually, maybe this year. But with Kimball leaving next year or this year, he's a senior, right?
Kimball's gone, yeah.
So I mean, Jacob's probably going to go down, which opens it up for Sawyer and Gary at 84. I mean, and with Gary, the same thing. It's kind of injuries. He hasn't really.
Sawyer's a bit of a dark horse, isn't he? I mean, that was kind of not really heard of, but seen throughout the West, and I think I've heard people are really high on him.
I don't know if he has been to Fargo or anything, but I mean, he's good in Idaho. He's I think 2 or 3 times state.
Well, he beat Lucas Cochran last year, Sawyer Hobbs.
Yeah, he beat
twice
Lucas Cochran
in the same weekend.
Yep.
But he hasn't, as far as I know, he hasn't done a lot on the national level. He hasn't competed a lot nationally, but definitely I think that's a good pickup for UVU.
Yeah.
Another interesting one, I think, which would be fun, more fun than interesting, I guess, for me personally, is Stockton O'Brien competing against Cameron Hunsaker.
Yeah.
Because those two were in the same club, and it'll be interesting to see those two battle it out and stuff, for me at least, and I know other people will find that interesting and fun to watch. So anyways, anything else on the signing class? I mean, it's a great class, I think, one of their better ones ever. Is it their best ever?
It's definitely one of their better ones. I know when I signed, I think our national rankings or whatever for recruiting was 11 or something. But
Well, and Jax Giroux, I don't know how you say the last name, he's ranked as a top, he's ranked in the country right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to come in and help UVU right away, I think. He'll be at what weight? 49, 57,
49,
57.
57.
So maybe take over after Finley. I don't see him beating Finley.
Yeah.
But definitely going to be a good one too.
I mean, and they have Lofthouse coming back, too. And now there's going to be 4 Lofthouses in the room.
It's true.
Bubba
It's true.
and
Ethan and Luke.
Yeah, Ethan and Luke, and then Tanner. And with Tanner, last time I saw him wrestle, he has a gas tank. He just goes.
Yeah.
So I mean, the mission might make it a little harder at first, but
He could develop into something good. I mean, he's not coming in as like a blue chip recruit, but I mean, he's someone that could develop. And I mean, he wrestled Isaac Wilcox. I mean, granted, I think he was bigger than Isaac at the time a little bit, maybe not. I can't remember. But he pushed.
pushed it to the limit.
Right. I mean, he pushed Isaac. I can't. He never beat. Did he ever beat him? He beat him once, didn't he?
Yeah,
He beat him at the.
I don't remember.
Was it
which
at the
tournament.
All Stars?
It might have been. I can't remember. But I know he's done some good things. So, okay, that's the recruiting class. Let's move on. We actually have some UVU news we want to kind of talk about. Some people may have heard, some people may not, but Mitch is going to go ahead and give us the rundown, Mitch. What's happening this week with UVU wrestling? What changes can we expect to see? Good, some good, some
Yeah, I was
some
gonna
bad.
say we're excited about some, not so excited about the others. Probably number one, Taylor Lamont gonna pull his Olympic red shirt and wrestle for the Wolverines this weekend at 133. So that'll be fun to see. Got a tough task right off the bat with
Number one
Well,
guy Seth Gross coming
He's
in.
gonna have 2 tough matches.
That's true.
Two tough matches.
Well, at least
Price
in my
from South
opinion.
Dakota State is no.
Right.
No slouch.
That's a tough one.
The second thing, Dmitri Romero, 165 pounder, is going to take a medical red shirt. So we wish our best for that.
So what happened? So he's getting surgery in December on his knee.
Mm-hmm.
So he wanted to try and make it happen. Couldn't, just too much for him, too much pain. But so Romero's out. Anyways,
Today.
is Demetrius's.
today's surgery.
Thank you, Sean Warren.
Yes, thank you, Sean.
And then the last one, Tanner Orndorff, started the season down at 184, but they're going to bump him back up to his original weight. Has he been at 197 the whole time at UVU?
Yeah.
So went down, and they're going to bump him back up to 97.
Which I like.
Which I like.
Tons better.
And I think it makes our team stronger. I think it makes Tanner stronger. So those are just a couple of the things. We're excited, though.
So let's start with Taylor Lamont. So Taylor is not going to take an Olympic red shirt. He is wrestling this week. So all those that were on the fence, whether you wanted to come out and watch UVU, maybe that tips you over. See Taylor Lamont in action. So Taylor will be at 33. So what does that mean, Jade, for Isaiah Delgado? That obviously that changes things.
It changes, yeah. So I mean, Isaiah wrestled 33 the past 2 weeks.
And he's done decent.
He's done pretty good. But now with Taylor in the mix, he's either gonna have to try to fight Taylor for that spot or try to go down to 25.
So
and-
I hear Isaiah, the plan is to try and get him
The plan
25
is
by Reno.
Yeah, plan is to try to get down to 25, but
I don't see it happening.
I don't see.
I'm just throwing it out there. I don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening either.
He's big.
He's big.
If he gets down, they're going to be super solid at 25 if he can compete after he's cut that much weight.
Yeah.
I know. I hope he makes it.
I hope he makes it.
And lives to tell. Sean, I hope he's making it. So, but Taylor, so Delgado at 25, if he can get down. Taylor at 33, potential All-American. Great chance at All-American for Taylor.
Really good shot.
The concern is conditioning. He's got to get his condition up. Wrestling Greco, not training folk style. He's got to get everything clicking again, which could take a little bit. The other change, Dmitri Romero.
Out at 65.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Potential All-American. Very, very high likelihood of an All-American, I think, in my opinion. And now he's out. Although, some people may say that next year's going to be harder for him to All-American. I don't know if it will be.
I think he's still in the same spot.
Of the top 10, there's 4 or 5 or 6 graduating. I've gone through it, and a lot of those people clear out. So I don't know that's going to be harder next year for him to All-American as long as he can come back healthy and be ready to go. But probably Corey Wilkinson, right, Jay, takes his place.
Yeah, Coy will probably take his place this weekend or for the year. So.
Does Coy have any challengers?
Not that I know of.
Do you have any chance Jacob Armstrong goes down?
I don't think so.
Okay. So Coy Wilkinson will be the starter, especially for sure this weekend. I'm assuming for the rest of the season. He solid there. 97. So Tanner moving up. That leaves a hole at 84. Gary Yonser I'm assuming will fill that hole, but quite frankly didn't look great last week when the last time he wrestled. I was not super. Didn't look very good. Let's put it that way. Jacob Armstrong, those probably know Jacob. Wrestled at Salem Hills. He's back from an LDS mission. He's. I don't know. Is he practicing yet, or is he?
He's practicing.
Okay, he's practicing.
Yeah.
So
I haven't really watched him do much live in practice or anything. It's mostly just drilling and kind of rehab stuff on whatever he's heard. I can't remember what he's heard on, but yeah. From his drilling, he's been drilling with Luke and Ethan. He looks good and stuff. So.
Do we see him at 84?
I think it's a good possibility he would be at 84 this year,
and then drop down to 74 next year.
So right now it looks like Gary Yonser to start with. If he's healthy, is he? When I was in the room the other day, he wasn't wrestling. Is he wrestling?
He wrestled yesterday.
Okay.
So as of right now, he's healthy.
So as of now, Gary Yonser's in.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have Jacob Armstrong, who will compete for that spot probably later on the season when he's healthy.
Yeah.
And then. Yeah, so 97, I think great move for Tanner.
Yeah,
much better.
I agree. 3-time NCAA qualifier
at 97.
At 97, so should be good.
So, anyway, that's the news for UVU. Big weekend this weekend. We have South Dakota State on Friday at 11 a.m. at the UCCU Center. I don't know what's going on with 11 a.m., but
beats me.
They have the WAC championships for volleyball. So it's the only way the schedule would work to get those guys in, because they have the tournament going on right after that for your volleyball tournament. So it's the only time they could do it, and it's the only building that they could get it in. So yeah, South Dakota's at 11 at the UCCU, and then 1 p.m. on Saturday in Lockhart Arena.
Okay, so there you go. So big duels. Okay, so let's get into this. So we're gonna we'll turn to Jade for help, but we're not gonna put the pressure on him to give us predictions, because again, he is helping at UVU, and we don't wanna. He's in there with the guys. So me and Mitch, we're gonna kind of take it. So South Dakota State, South Dakota State is number 9 in the Big 12, according to Flo, and UVU is number 7. Quite frankly, I think I was expecting more out of 7 from UVU, and I think they could get there. I think it may take, the rankings aren't completely correct anyways right now. There's a lot of mistakes. So, do we win the duel, Mitch? What do you think?
It's a good question. Do you want to go weight by weight?
Let's go weight by weight.
Or straight up the top.
Let's go weight by weight.
Okay.
25. We got Josiah Nava versus Danny Vega. This is South Dakota State. Danny Vega, he's ranked dead last in the Big 12 at number 12 by Flo. Again, let me preface this. Flo Big 12 rankings are not very good. I'm just going to throw it out there.
Okay.
Not very good. And I get it. It's whatever. It's hard, those rankings. But so he's number 12. Take it for what it's worth. But they're not very good rankings right now. They'll get better as the season goes. I mean, you look at the lineup they have for UU, it's not even close to correct.
Yeah.
So, Danny Vega, number 12. What do you think? Who wins, Nava or Vega?
I've got Vega, just by decision though.
I would agree. Vega by decision.
Okay.
Vega coming out of high school was pretty good, if I remember right. He's young. He's a junior, I guess. But he didn't wrestle last year. I don't know his history, but
I don't know.
I got Vega
I've
from
got
South
Vega.
Dakota State by decision. Sean, I know you know these. Give us your thoughts. Feel free to give us your predictions in the comments as well, because I know you know these guys also.
That's true.
33, the debut of Taylor Lamont against Zach Price. What do we know about Zach? He's a freshman. He's ranked number 8 in the Big 12. If Taylor was in the rankings, like if they knew he was not, let me look it up, Big 12 real quick. I'm guessing Taylor, they would probably put Taylor probably at number 4 is my guess is where they'd put him.
Yeah.
I don't agree. I think that's where he would be at if they knew like starting out. Maybe number 3, but I don't think they'd put him above number 3.
Yeah.
So you got number 8 versus number 3.
I mean, I'm going Taylor. So
Okay.
just by decision. First time back. I mean, we haven't seen him since March of 2017
Folk style, yeah. 2018.
or 2018.
Something like that.
2018.
Yeah, 2018. No, I've got Taylor though. Going by decision. So
I got Taylor also. I think this is a scary match for Taylor. I think Zach Price, he is good. Like he's good. Like,
yeah.
He competed last weekend, and he lost in the finals to Ridge Lovett. Some of you guys probably know who Ridge Lovett is. He lost 6-4. The question marks that surround Taylor right now is he ready? Is his conditioning where it needs to be to go a 7-minute match against a top guy?
Yeah.
And I think Zach Price, even as a freshman, I think he's good, and I think Taylor wins.
Yeah.
I think he wins. He's better, but I do think it could be a closer match than people expect. I think people see Zach Price against Taylor Lamont, and they're gonna think it's a given. Taylor wins by pin or tech ball, which I don't rule out. Taylor throws him and pins him, not at all. But kind of looking at the results of what Zach Price did last weekend, who he beat, who he lost to, and scores, I think it's gonna be a good match, and I think it could push. It'll be a good starting match for Taylor to see where he's at.
I'm excited for Taylor. I think he's excited to get back on the
I'm
lineup
super excited for him.
I'm excited too.
And
I'm glad
to get wrestling.
I'm glad he's wrestling.
Yeah, same.
Because
same
I think
here.
Right now he might not be All-American ready, but I think come March he'll be All-American ready, and I think he has a very great chance to All-American.
I think every UVU fan is happy that he's in the lineup,
I hope so.
which is understandable. So,
but I think it's going to take him. I think Taylor Lamont now versus Taylor Lamont in March is going to be 2 different Taylor Lamonts, and so I think
that's the idea.
The expectation, just if he comes out this weekend and doesn't perform to people's expectations, I don't think you write him off. I think give him a couple weeks, let him get back into folk style mode. I mean, he probably hasn't trained folk style hard for a long time.
Yeah.
So give him some slack here. I think he's going to perform fine, and I think what we see now versus March will be 2 different Taylor Lamonts.
Yeah,
I agree.
41. You got Cameron Hunsaker versus Clay Carlson.
Got San Diego State.
San Diego State?
Sorry, South Dakota State. Sorry. Clay Carlson, just by decision though.
I would agree. So I take Clay Carlson by decision. He's solid. He is another freshman. He lost to Mitch McKee last week 9-0. Mitch McKee is one of the top ranked guys at 41. So I got South Dakota State by decision. 49, Henry Pohlmeyer, ranked 16th nationally, 5th in the Big 12. We have no Finley.
Yeah.
No Finley this weekend. Sorry, guys. No Finley. Wish we had him. My favorite wrestler to watch on the whole team. No Finley.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. I think you know my prediction.
No, I'm going with Pohlmeyer as well.
Bye.
Tech. What about you?
I have him by decision or major decision. I could see extra bonus points. I can see, and that's Landon Knutson versus Henry Pohlmeyer. But I have South Dakota State by major. I have a little bit more confidence.
There you go.
In the Wolverines.
Yep.
Right now.
There you go.
57, we have Jed Lovelace versus Colton Carlson. Colton Carlson is a junior ranked 7th in the Big 12. Let's pull his ranking up.
How much confidence in the Wolverines? Do you have a clear-cut winner in this match?
So Jed Lovelace is ranked 10th in the Big 12. Colton Carlson 7th in the Big 12.
Yeah. I'm going Jed Lovelace with decision.
That's a good one.
I think this is Jed's first home duel as a Wolverine, right? Besides the inner squad.
They'll have his home crowd.
Home crowd.
Gonna be fired up.
Payson native. Gonna be excited,
Fired up.
ready to roll.
Okay.
Jed, do me a favor. Come through, brother.
Okay, so this is a tough one for me.
Yeah, what do you got?
So on paper, I have it as a toss-up.
Okay.
So I'm gonna come. I'm not skipping out on this.
Okay.
I'm coming back to it. So 65, I have as a toss-up.
Okay.
I have 57 toss-up, 65 toss-up. I think we'll win one of them. I think I'm more confident in 165.
Okay.
I think.
I've got a toss-up at 165, so not really sure. But yeah, I've got Jed winning at 57 and then a toss-up. And if you're confident in 65 being the win, then it looks like I've got 2 wins.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to go with a win at 65, a loss at 57.
A decision loss at 57?
Decision, both of them.
Okay.
Both ways.
That's what I have.
At 65, their guy is Garrett Jordan, ours would be Corey Wilkinson. Garrett's ranked 10th in the Big 12. But 65 in the Big 12 is stacked, like deep, in other words. You know what? That we can win both of those, but my gut tells me we'll win one, lose one.
Okay.
Both of those are gonna be tough, and I hate going against Jed at 57 because I really like. I think he's good. He's a solid wrestler. I just think they might be weaker at 65 than 57.
57? No, it makes sense. Smart.
74, Samuel Grove for South Dakota State. Kimball for UVU. Possibly South Dakota State's weakest weight, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He is ranked dead last in the Big 12 at number 12.
Okay.
What do you got?
Kimball, major decision.
By major.
Yep.
I
by
guess
major.
Kimball by major also.
There
We
you
don't
go.
see we don't see many majors out of Kimball, but I think we'll get one here.
Yeah.
84, Zach Carlson versus Gary Yonser. There's like 10 Carlsons on this team.
Yeah, are they
Like
all
10
brothers?
guys.
Do we know?
They're all. I don't know. I don't know.
Cousins.
Cousins?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Should we try and ask them when they come?
Yeah, we could ask him.
I can do that.
So,
Yeah, Jade, will you take that over?
so Carlson's ranked 6th in the Big 12, and Gary obviously is not ranked yet in the Big 12 because. But
They have
Tanner
Tanner.
Orndorff was ranked below him. So who do you got there?
I have Carlson winning by decision.
Same with me. Carlson by decision, and if Gary gets hurt, could be Penn,
No.
could be major. Gary 2 years ago, to me looked really good.
Yeah.
Gary last week or 2 weeks or whatever it was did not look very good. So 74, I'm picking South Dakota State for sure. If we get Gary
84?
84, sorry. 84. If we get Gary from 2 years ago with a little progress, maybe
You
Gary
never know.
can pull it out or keep it close or whatever. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
97. Now, Tanner Orndorff's made the move up to 97, and he's got a hammer to begin his move up.
His quest at 97. Yeah, I've got South Dakota State by major.
Yeah, I have South Dakota State by major.
It will be interesting, though, to see the difference from 84 Tanner to 97 Tanner, which obviously, hopefully, that's a huge jump.
So Taylor, I think Tanner at 97 against Tanner Sloan. I think we're lucky if we keep it to major. I think it's going to be a long match. I certainly hope Tanner Sloan's conditioning is not good, because then maybe we pull the upset or keep it close.
For Tanner Strong.
Right, and so, but I definitely think they win, and I'm giving them bonus at major. Heavyweight, probably their second weakest weight, I think.
Mhm.
Could be wrong on this one.
Yeah.
But they're pretty weak at heavyweight. What do you got?
Fall
So do I.
for Tate Orndorff.
Fall. So
6 points UVU.
yeah, I think Tate's gonna lock up body lock and just take him for a pin.
Double unders.
Something. So final score. I have, unfortunately, and I hope
Weren't you saying something about confidence in the Wolverines earlier to me?
I hope I'm wrong. I have South Dakota State winning 20-16.
I
What do you
have
got?
with a toss up. So before the toss up,
you've
it's
got
added in.
You've got to add in
All
the
right.
toss up. I added my toss up.
So 16-18 South Dakota State without the toss up.
Okay. So who
With the
wins?
toss up, UVU is going to win that weight. We're going to win 19-18.
So UVU, Mitch's
Yep.
prediction: UVU 19, South Dakota State 18 in a barn burner.
Yep.
I like it.
Thank you.
That's bold. That's good. My
I like
prediction: UVU loses to South Dakota State 20-16. If my toss-up match at 57 goes UVU's way, then UVU wins.
Mhm.
What would that be? 19-17. We're pretty darn close
Yeah.
for you. So you basically, the difference between me and Mitch, you picked us winning both 57-65. I picked us winning one of those two.
With us losing at 65, though, obviously it's 21-16
Right.
for South Dakota State. So
there we go. So there's our prediction. South Dakota State, 11 a.m. on Friday.
The UCCU Center.
UCCU Center. Unfortunately, it's during school time, so
Just the only way the schedule could work.
take a sick day, go out and support UVU against South Dakota State. Could be a really fun duel. The debut of Taylor Lamont is worth missing school for. And so, yeah, be there. Okay. Next
following
duel.
day.
The next duel, 1 o'clock the next day against Wisconsin. Oh, this could be a rough one. Like, I just throw it out there. I hope UVU shows up to wrestle, but we could be in for a rout.
Wisconsin could come with some vengeance after
Yes.
last year, with last year being so close. Final score last year.
They won the last match.
Yeah.
To win it, yeah.
Yeah, Hilger came back. We'll start at 25. We'll look these a little quicker, because I don't know there's much talking that needs to be done.
Okay.
25. Michael Koelling versus Nava at 25. Who wins?
Wisconsin by decision.
Wisconsin by decision. I agree. 33. Taylor Lamont versus number 1 in the country, Seth Gross.
Yep.
What do you got?
Wisconsin by major.
I would agree. Wisconsin by major decision.
I think Taylor's good enough to not get teched or pinned, but yeah, it's just tough to. I mean, it's Seth Gross. Just won the Farrell. I mean, tough national champ. What can you say?
Right. So again, hopefully, Taylor can toss him maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but I have Wisconsin by major. 41. Tristan Moran, ranked number 11 in the country against Cameron Hunsaker. I have Wisconsin by major decision.
Yeah, I have Wisconsin by just decision.
Okay.
Tristan Moran just doesn't. I just think he might be slightly overrated, but that's just.
I agree.
So
Don't
I
disagree.
agree with that.
And that's why I would say decision.
Okay.
So,
49. Cole Martin, number 13 in the country versus Landon Knutson.
man,
Unranked.
Landon.
Who we
I've got Wisconsin by tech.
I have Wisconsin by major.
Okay. There you go.
Wisconsin by pin. I just changed it.
Did you really?
Yeah, I just,
On the spot.
on the spot. Wisconsin by. I think Cole Martin's gonna catch him, pin him, second period.
Okay.
I hope not. By the way, for 49, when are we gonna see Finley back? What's the plan?
I'm not 100% sure on that one.
Okay, give us the inside scoop.
I mean, I don't really have an inside scoop on this one. But I'm hoping that he's back by Vegas or
So is he
I mean,
wrestling
so-
live right now? Or is he just drilling?
I think he's wrestling a little bit alive, but I think he's just being extra careful
Gotcha.
of his knee after the surgery. So I don't think he feels quite at 100% yet,
Gotcha.
which is totally understandable. I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to go in feeling like that either. So I think he's just taking extra precautions on his knee, and I mean, yeah, I'm hoping he'll be back for Vegas because I mean that's a good one to be back for, but
Yeah.
also that's a tough one to be back for your first.
I think they should take as much time as they want and just
Yeah.
get him healthy for in-state. He's an All-American if he's ready.
I agree. I think he could All-American this year and next year. I mean, I think he can beat multiple. But yeah, I think he can take as much time as he needs to.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
In my opinion, because he is definitely one of our.
We want him healthy.
He is one of our best guys on the team. So.
We want him back from the lineup.
That's right. Okay. 57. Garrett Modell versus Jed Lovelace.
Jed Lovelace by decision.
I have Lovelace there too. So I didn't pick Lovelace against South Dakota State, but I'm picking him against Wisconsin
There you go.
to make up for it.
There, it's I've got
Modell
him
is tough. Definitely not a gimme win, but I'm giving it to him.
Okay.
That's where my confidence is in the Wolverines.
No questions asked.
Right.
That's good.
Okay. Wick, 65. Evan Wick versus Coy Wilkinson.
Evan Wick. I've got him by pin. I mean, the dude's a beast.
Yeah, Evan Wick by pin. He's very good, especially he's good on top, great on top.
Yeah.
74. So this is where I don't know Wisconsin's lineup, who they're going to put in, who they're not. They could put Tyler Dow at 74, which I think is a tougher match.
Mm-hmm.
Or I have Jared Kradiger or whatever. I don't know his name. You have Tyler Dow on yours. What do you got?
I've got Kimball by major.
If Tyler Dow's there, he's not going to get a major. You sure you don't want to rethink that one?
Nope, going with Kimball.
Okay. I have Kimball by decision. So I think whether it's Dow or Gradiger, I think
he'll win.
I think he'll win.
He'll win either one.
I think it'll be a decision win though. 84.
Who do you have at 84? For
I have
them?
Tyler Dow at 84 for them, but I don't know where.
I have Johnny Sebastian.
Okay, what do you got?
I have Wisconsin.
I have Wisconsin by major if Tyler Dow's there. And I don't know much about maybe Tyler's not that great. I don't know. But I have by major if we even have an 84 at that point. We get hurt in South Dakota State, we give up 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
97. Taylor Watkins versus Tanner Orndorff.
I've got Taylor.
Tanner
getting a major.
I don't disagree with that. I think Tanner wins. I have him by decision, but I definitely
You could see a major.
I could see a major there for sure. Okay.
I think that's what everyone wants to
Right.
see.
So
Tosh
question
and
is,
showdown.
and we talked about this last night,
We did.
but we have Tate Orndorff versus number 3 versus Trent Hilger, number 7.
For those of you that don't know, they wrestled last year.
Tate was up 6-0.
Tate was up
6-0.
big,
And
and
was back.
Hilger gassed him.
ended up losing. And what did Hilger do?
Did he throw the Thor hammer down?
Yeah, he did.
So, what we would like to see, we want to see Tate.
Tate, if you're listening,
Or anybody can relay the message. Tate beats Trent Hilger. I want to see Tate live on Flow.
Throw the hammer.
Throw the hammer down. Throw the hammer down, Tate. Live on Flow. That will go everywhere.
is that what you want to see?
I want to see it.
I want to see it too.
What do you think will happen? Let's get to predictions.
I think Tate wins. In my predictions. This isn't predictions.
Okay.
This is what I want to see.
Okay. We'll get to predictions later.
Well, let's go predictions. We're
Okay.
already there. I think Trent Hilger gets them.
Okay.
And here's my thoughts. Tate, he had great tournament last weekend. Great tournament. Beat Tanner Hall, beat Jordan Wood. This for me is kind of like this match against Hilger is it for real? Like is it sustainable? Is Tate
for real?
for real? The top 3 guy, or was last weekend like we all know Tate's capable of beating good guys and some of the best.
Yeah.
But last weekend he beat guys I didn't think he could beat.
Yeah.
And so now if he can do it 2 different dates in a row, to me that solidifies that he is
A top 3-4
guy in country. So I think Tate is good. I think he's made jumps. If I'm predicting and being honest, I pick Hilger. And the reason I pick Hilger is because of what happened last year.
Yeah.
Because Hilger gassed him. And Tate, from what I've seen, his conditioning is much better. He's better. But Hilger, it still scares me because Wisconsin is a very well-conditioned team.
Yeah.
And Hilger, he goes, and he's not going to stop. He's not going to get tired. And last year, Tate threw him, and that was it. He had nothing more. And Hilger just went at him. So that's why I do pick Hilger to win in my predictions. If I'm throwing money down, that's who I pick.
I've got Tate winning by decision. The Tate that I watched last week, if that's the same Tate, he was both of his matches with Tanner Hall and Jordan Wood. He controlled the full match.
Matches.
So I'm hoping that's the Tate we get. I'd like to think that's the Tate we're gonna get. So I'm going with Tate by decision.
And he's gonna throw the hammer down.
And hopefully throw the hammer down. Somebody get this message to Tate, please.
Throw the hammer down if you win. If you
Yes,
win,
please.
Middle of the mat, throw the hammer down. Everybody storms the mat. Bono go crazy, and it's just chaos. It'd be great.
It would be amazing.
It would. It'd go all overflow.
A full Lockhart Arena.
Right.
Just Luke and Bono yelling at each other.
I would love it. So,
But no, I've got Tate winning.
what I worry about is Tate loses. Hilger throws down that Thor hammer on our home court. What happens?
I don't know if you can predict it.
Be crazy. Don't let it happen, Tate. So, Sean, even though I picked Hilger in my predictions, I want Tate. I want to see the hammer thrown. I want excitement.
Sounds like you're trying to ride the fence.
No, I told my prediction.
Okay, whatever.
So-
You want all the guys.
What's your final
I
score?
want all the guys to win. My final score, with the changes I've made, 30-9 for Wisconsin, unfortunately. No upset this year. Not going to happen.
I've got Wisconsin 24, UVU 14.
So we're not looking at the upsets. Okay, now, Wisconsin UVU. Any chance on this earth that UVU pulls an upset? Which weights could we possibly make? I think 25.
I think 25.
I think 25. Any other weights? I have us winning at 57. Maybe 84 we turn around.
I don't know. With this lineup,
So let's
don't
just
see
say
it happen.
everything goes perfect.
we win all 10 matches.
Jake, can you keep count of score in your head?
Yeah.
Okay. So everything goes perfect. 25 we get a win. So we're up 3-0. 33 we give up a decision, 3-3. 41 we give up a decision, 6-3. 49 decision, 9-3. 57 we win by decision,
6-3.
9-6. So 9-6. 65. I don't think we're doing anything less than a major.
I
scenario.
agree.
So 9-6 now it's 13-6. 74 we get a major. So it's 13-6, 13-10.
13-10.
84 we win, 13-13. 97 we pin, 13-19. Heavyweight we win, 13-22. It's possible. We could do it. There you go. That's how we beat Wisconsin right there.
Win 8 out of the 10. Or how many of those?
Win 25, 57, 74, 84, 97 heavy. 6 of the 10. We win 6 of the 10. And it's all it's not unrealistic. That wasn't unrealistic.
No, I think
Those are possible things. But anyways. Okay, let's move on. Wisconsin, I have us dropping both duels, unfortunately. Mitch has us winning against South Dakota State, losing against Wisconsin. Okay, UVU.
The clinic.
What clinic? Oh, yes. So, RTC clinic on Saturday, the 23rd, from 8:30 to 10. 8:30 to 10, right? 8:30 to 10. Pizza afterwards, in between the duels for those that go to the clinic. Sign up on your USA membership system. You go in there, and at the top, USA events, click on that, and then USA camps, click on that, register. Okay? So come to the clinic, and
Is it in the UV wrestling room?
at the wrestling room, the clinic's at the wrestling room, participate that, then go to the duel. Let's pack the house, support UVU, because like we said, even though the predictions we don't have UVU winning, it is possible. It's not out of the realm of possibility. We get some upsets and win some matches, and it happens. So, anything else UVU related?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
We're going to move on to high school wrestling. Season has begun, and competition starts next week on Wednesday, I do believe. We're going to talk. We're gonna go quick though, because we've already been on here over an hour. Top 25 teams. That's where we're gonna start. Gonna kind of brush through this quick. Wasatch number 1, Juab number 2, PG number 3, Payson number 4, Altamont number 5, MC number 6, 7 is Uinta, 8 is Box Elder, Fremont number 9, and number 10 is Morgan. So those are our top 10 teams. Anything stand out to you guys? The top 10. No, let me preface this. Neither one of us did those team rankings, and quite frankly, they were I saw them before they were published, but I didn't give any feedback before they were published. So I can give my honest thoughts because they're not my rankings. So, any thoughts on those top? Anything that stands out to you guys?
I think Juab number 2. I would have to agree that PG would probably be above Juab.
Yeah, I think I would agree. I think
More star power.
Yeah, I think so.
because the top 25 teams, according to the criteria, is number 1 criteria is a big tournament placing, so such as Reno, Rumble, Doc Buchanan, things like that. And so I think I agree. I think PG should be number 2 based on that criteria. Ben, if you're listening, feel free to chime in and text and give us your thoughts. But I think I would give PG the number 2 nod, and the reason being, you have Jake Richardson, who's gonna probably be in the finals at one of those events or win it.
Mm-hmm.
You have Oakley Ridge, who's actually not highly ranked because he struggled last year in the past couple of years, but at the Freak Show he looked great. So I think he's gonna rise quickly. And you have Spencer Tauchioli, who isn't ranked currently, but I think we all know as long as Spencer wrestles, which he is right now, as long as he's not hurt, he is one of the best 220 pounders in the state.
Yeah.
So I think, and then you add in Jacob Carson at 106, who's going to be solid. You have Camden Carlson, Philip Bobin, Morgan Orm, who's back this year that didn't wrestle last year. And I think PG pushes above Juab at a top tournament like that. And duel-wise, PG is tough. You still have Zeke Kelly. You have Ted Johnson and a couple other ones too. Mm-hmm. I think PG is number 2. Juab, the case for Juab is they have 5 kids ranked in the power poll, essentially in the weight class rankings. Warner, Ingram, Bowering, Watts, Mangelson, Jackson. Wait, that's 6. Never mind, they have 6. 2 in the BF top 25. Now the question here, another question. At Reno, does PG beat Wasatch?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think they do.
I think
they possibly do. And so I guess what I'm saying that they might be number 1 on my list right now. And here's my thought. And I would have to do a little bit probably more homework on this to give like my for sure thoughts. But at Reno, you have O'Brien, who's probably going to be in the finals. You would expect him to be in the finals, right? I don't expect anybody else to be in the finals for Wasatch. I don't expect River to be there. I don't expect Haywood. I think they could. I think they could.
River's gonna be dropping down weight classes.
Right, that's what I've heard too.
Which could either help him or hurt him.
Right, I think River at 38 or 32, whatever he drops to, he could get to the Reno finals. I think he's good enough to get there.
Yeah.
I just have yet to. The talent's there and you see it. I just wonder if he'll get finals. To get to the final of Reno, you gotta depending on your weight class. A lot of that depends on your weight class. So I have O'Brien getting to the finals. I have, like River and Haywood, like in the 3 to 6 range.
Yeah.
And then after that, I don't know if I have anybody else placing for Wasatch. You have Declan Kelly. I don't know that he places. He might slip in there, I guess.
Do you have PG placing more than 3?
Okay, so now let's talk about that. So Richardson, I have again, just like Stockton, in the finals. But then I have Spencer Talcioli. I have Oakley Ridge that are going to place. I think Spencer Talcioli and Oakley Ridge are similar as far as placing goes to maybe River and Haywood. Maybe River and Haywood a little bit higher because they're more proven. But I don't rule it out that Oakley and Spencer place high. Then PG, I feel like, has a couple others that have better chances. I think Jacob Carson at 106. You just never know what you're gonna get at 106. It could be.
You never know how deep the
weight's gonna be. It could, and if he's growing, I don't know where he's at growth wise and how that's gonna. I mean, maybe he's undersized and he goes 2 and out. I don't know. Maybe he's up to size and he places high.
Yeah.
But so I can see either way going there. Cannon Carlson, I can see slipping in at his place. Philip Bowman as an upper weights guy. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's a stretch. I just maybe see Pleasant Grove with more supporting roles that could go deeper than Wasatch. But I don't know. That's a tough one because Wasatch does have some good supporting role guys too.
Yeah. But
I just don't know how that's going to play. It wouldn't surprise me if PG beats Wasatch at Reno.
Yeah.
Don't know that's going to happen. I would pick Wasatch if I had to pick. But I think PG's there. Juab out of Reno. Do they go to Reno?
I don't know if they go to Reno.
I don't know.
I just don't see the star power on Juab's team at Reno. Like, PG and Wasatch, I feel like they're going to have placers.
Yeah.
And a couple high placers. Juab, I see possible placers, but nothing guaranteed, and nothing in the finals.
Yeah.
Anyways. So those 3, I do think those 3 are your top 3, though. I don't see... Payson's close. And quite frankly, Altamont at a Reno type tournament, I think has Cash Rob and Mac Thacker that could place very high. And then Carson Sheets that could go deep and maybe slip in as a place also. Anyways, you have Box Elder with Cochran and Ricks that could both place, which would bump them up.
Yeah.
Mountain Crest. I know the rationale.
I don't think so.
So Mountain Crest, they have no one ranked in the BI top 25, but they have 3 guys ranked in the power pools. So actually, I was talking to Ben about this the other night, and he made some great points about why Mountain Crest is where they are, and it's because of how they've done last year. They didn't really lose anybody, but Mountain Crest to me, at like a Layton Invitational or a Richardson tournament or Viewmont or Christmas Clash or whatever, like they could do very well because they're a very good team all the way through. Like they're deep. They don't have the stars yet.
Yeah.
But they're very good, and so at a Reno type tournament, I don't know how far they would go because I don't know if Guthrie was out last year. I don't know how good he is. Schroeder's older, bigger. Maybe he does well. Gabe Sanders older. Maybe they all do better. But I don't know at a Reno type tournament
that suits them very well.
Right. State tournament, I think it's great.
Yeah.
Uinta same way. I don't know that they have the studs, but then you have Box Elder that has Lucas Cochran and that's going to get in, and depending on what weight Bridger Ricks is at, possibly gets in if he's at 13. Anyways, those are some of my thoughts. I think I was surprised to see Altamont at number 5.
Yeah.
I have to agree with that one too.
But I do think, when I was talking to Ben, actually I didn't talk to Ben about Altamont, but Cash Rob and Mac Thacker, I think, helped them a lot
at a bigger tournament.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
So, any other thoughts on the top 10?
Nothing that really comes to mind.
It'll be a fun year, I think.
Good teams.
Good teams, yeah. 6A, you have PG, you have Fremont number 9, Syracuse at 11, Westlake at 12. What other class? I don't even know what classification teams are anymore.
I know.
Payson's 5A, right? Are they 5A?
I'm
With
not
Wasatch?
sure. Did they go up? They were 4A last year.
I think they went up.
Yeah, they're 5A this year.
Yeah, so 5A could have some good ones with Payson, Wasatch. And Payson could push Wasatch. Payson, they got Lane Shepard in. We'll see how well they can push them, but I need to sit down and look. This year we didn't do like team by team previews. It kind of threw me off. Maybe next year we need to get back to doing that because it completely threw me off on lineups. So, okay, let's talk up and coming teams before we finish. Who are your up and coming teams? Anybody?
I'm excited for Mountain Ridge.
Mountain Ridge. Okay.
Just because they're a new school, but a lot of those guys are moving over from Harriman. I think there's a couple guys from even Riverton, too. But you got Jackson Bearden, you got Kyson, you got Mark, you got Jaden.
Yeah, and they have a good start.
They have a good start for a brand new program. So I think they're gonna do really well this year.
Yeah,
because they got Mitch Stevens, they got Dwayne Henry,
and they get Stevens boys.
You get the Stevens boys, and then they have Pat Garcia helping out here and there, and Team Prestige kind of filling in spots as the years go on. So
Mountain Ridge, we know they have some good kids. The question is, do they have the depth, like this year, to really compete? For top 3 place at state. That's the question mark. Right?
I don't think they have the depth yet.
So that's something they're going to probably have to build.
Yeah.
Corner Canyon, they're not in the top 25, are they?
I don't think so.
But they did. Cam Moss moved over there. He's at Corner Canyon. I think they moved. Syracuse, super excited for Syracuse. Consistently has one of the biggest clubs in the state, and is starting to show now. They're ranked number 11. Westlake, same boat, probably a couple years behind Syracuse as far as the club goes. Beaver is doing a great job. Emory at number 13. I mean, I guess club wrestling or junior high wrestling, whatever you want to call it, is super important. Like these teams that have had clubs for decades, such as Pleasant Grove, are great.
Yeah.
Teams that have had big clubs for the last 5 or so years, we're starting to see them progress, and it's in direct correlation with their youth programs. I mean, you look at Corner Canyon, you look at Syracuse, Westlake, Beaver, Emory's doing a good job. It seems like all these schools are moving up the rankings, and it's a consistent move up too.
Which is, I mean, what Jade said about Mountain Ridge, Prestige is
right.
going to continue to funnel to that school, and can't ask for a better program.
So I mean, if you're a high school coach, my opinion, correct me if you guys think differently. My opinion is the first thing you need to do as a high school coach is a youth program.
Yeah.
Like, and the excuse I get from what I hear from a lot of coaches is, I don't have the time to do both. I don't have the time. I have no one that will do it. My suggestion is have your assistant coaches run your high school program and go do it.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of hiring on assistant coaches for your high school room, give them use that stipend and pay someone to do your youth program for you. It is more important, in my opinion, if you have no youth program, your high school program will never. It doesn't matter how many good coaches you have in that room. You're not going to be a top program year in and year out. You might have a couple years where some move-ins come or some from other clubs, whatever. But unless you have a good youth program, it's going to be
definitely
very
starts
difficult.
from the bottom,
right?
Without a doubt.
So as high school coaches, if you don't have the time, my suggestion is look at who you're paying for your assistant coaches, and maybe offer that money. They say, I need a youth program, and maybe you guys rotate. You do it one day, he does it the other day. Or you take that stipend and you pay someone to do your youth program, because that's the success of a high school program relies on their youth program in most cases, and it's so important. And some coaches, I feel like, they're a high school coach and they need to take care of their high school team, and they have 3 assistants that they're paying, but they have nothing on a youth program. And I get it's hard because it's later in the day and stuff, but one day a week you rotate and you switch or whatever. I think it's super important, especially if you want to have a successful program in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, Wasatch, Juab.
Juab has a really good youth program right now.
You look at these programs. Wasatch, great youth program. Disher does tons with the program. Juab, excellent. PG, they've had it for forever.
Yeah.
Payson has always had a great youth program. Altamont has had a great program, from what I understand, with their youth program. Mountain Crest, they have lots of little kids going. Uinta has 2 clubs out there, in Uinta and Extreme. Boxell has always had a good program, plus they have a good tradition. Fremont's youth program has been huge and great. And Morgan has a lot of kids out. I mean,
looking at that list, majority of those kids are at all of the youth tournaments.
Right. And if you look at, if you keep going down the line of the top teams, top 25 teams, Syracuse, Westlake, Emory, Beaver, North Summit. I don't know if North Summit's youth program is as good as the other ones, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised to see them up this high.
Yeah.
But Layton has a lot of things going up there with Empire. Farmington, I'm actually surprised to see them at number 17. Viewmont has Tech, Delta, Bear River. Sky Ridge has SOA now.
Yep.
Maple Mountain has Champions. Duchesne, I think, has a decent little program. Millard has one.
Program.
Mountain Ridge, Team Proceed. I mean, they all have programs. And you look at teams outside the top 25. I think Corner Canyon is going to be in here very quickly.
Yeah.
But you got to have a youth program, and anything we can do to help you, start a youth program, recruit kids out, do whatever you need to do to get that youth program going. Call myself, call Jade, and we will definitely help get that program. We understand it's vital for the success of your high school program, and we want to help do those things. So whatever we have to do, we'll do those things. So, okay. So next week we start high school wrestling matches. You have the Wrestling Against Cancer duels at Provo High. They're fundraising for Abel Hervias. So go out and support that event. Get in contact with Brian Priest if you want to make a donation or help that event out by going to watch lots of good duels. And then you also have the Davis duels. And those are the 2 ones that I'm aware of. I'm not sure if there's other things.
I'm not sure if there is.
But you have, at the Wrestling Against Cancer duels, you have Layton versus Sky Ridge and Maple Mountain versus Westlake. Those are the 2 duels with, top 25 teams against each other. So, anyways, check those out. Go support those events. And lastly, support UVU on Friday and Saturday. Friday at 11 a.m. and then Saturday at 1 p.m. So, anyways, we're going to try and do this more often. If we can do it, every week, we'll do it every week. We want to get more consistent. Mitch and Jade may join more often, and Nate will be back hopefully, and we'll keep these rolling, especially through the season. So thank you for watching, and we'll let you guys know when the next one is.
Thanks, guys.
Just click on the side.